Justice League number 20 opens with Element Woman picking up some fast food. As one of the new Justice League recruits, she wants to buy the team lunch and make a good first impression. When she teleports up to the watchtower, she finds Despero tearing the place apart. Adam and Firestorm are already there fighting the villain. The fresh recruits attempt to work together to defeat Despero. Unfortunately, he is too much for them and knocks Element Woman and Firestorm unconscious. The reader is then shocked when Martian Manhunter arrives. The two aliens go head to head. Despero decides to take the conflict to a telepathic battlefield. He taunts John with the destruction of Mars. Suddenly, the Martian Manhunter turns the tables on Despero. He mentally destroys him, saying that he is no longer bound by the Justice League's rules. He will cross any line to win. He will break Despero's mind. The Martian Manhunter then disappears before the rest of the Justice League arrives. The issue ends with Adam returning home. She turns on her computer and uses it to travel to the headquarters of the Justice League of America. Surprisingly, she is revealed to be the secret member of their team. The Justice League has no idea of her true allegiance, and Steve Trevor begins to debrief her.
Wow, I did not see this coming. Adam is a mole for the Justice League of America. I mean, that's a pretty big ace in the hole, you know?
Yeah, a great twist, because I didn't think of that at all either. But it definitely does change the balance of power going into Trinity War.
It sort of equalizes it a little bit more than we originally thought. She has an insider view of what's going on there.
Well, to say she has the inside view, even within the Justice League, there's multiple circles, you know? She's on the outside circle, whereas like the inside circle would be maybe Cyborg and the Trinity.
I think it's actually pretty impressive that the Justice League of America was able to get a mole in the first place. With just how all-knowing it seems Cyborg is, and Batman, for God's sakes.
Pulling one over on Batman deserves a lot of credit.
But then again, she does mention how Batman keeps asking me, how'd you defeat Despero? Maybe in the next issue we'll see Batman sort of catching on to something, but for now, I mean, this is pretty damn impressive.
Although I think it's important to note, she doesn't seem 100% on board with the whole being the mole. She seems to regret it a little bit. Or feel bad about it, at least.
So it's possible down the line that she might flip and sort of betray the Justice League of America.
The other big thing that happened in this issue was Martian Manhunter showed up and just mind-raped Despero.
He was amazing. And it's just great to see how powerful he really is, because it really sets the stage once again for Trinity War, because this issue just establishes Martian Manhunter as the biggest threat out there.
So he's the alpha now? Like, Superman needs to step aside?
He seems to be willing to take the extra step that Superman, we know, is reluctant to do. You know, he says that initially, I wouldn't do this because the Justice League had these rules, but now I don't have those rules.
Element Woman was also heavily featured in this issue. We got to see more of her powers. She actually originated in Flashpoint and carried over. And we knew almost nothing about her, but what do you think of her?
Not much. Not much to say. I'm not that impressed by her. She's just very colorful. I mean, that seems to be our biggest draw.
I think she's very similar to Firestorm in that Firestorm can transmute different elements.
Yeah.
But they have to be inorganic. But she's like the opposite, whereas she can basically transmute organic.
She's supposed to be like comic relief in this issue, a large part of it, and
bringing shakes for Superman, you know?
I did find her. I thought it was just dreadfully dull. Firestorm seems to be the next target for the Justice League of America. He seems to be the least experienced of these new recruits. And at the end, Amanda Waller highlights that they need to find someone to match up with him because they've got the board of the matchups.
In our Justice League of America review, we kind of go through the different matchups and, you know, mock many of them. But I also think it's kind of unrealistic to expect, like, if the Justice League were to fight the Justice League of America, that they could force all these 1v1s. Team chemistry matters so much more.
Amanda Waller should really be trying to find situations where they could go 2v1, honestly. Like, I don't think, if they're going to try to seclude one of the Justice League, they shouldn't try to send one guy at him, you know? They should try to send everyone at that one guy to try to get him out of there.
Yeah, we keep talking about Trinity War, and I think this issue served as introductions for these lesser-known players, so that way when we actually do go to the event, we can somewhat know what to expect out of them. We only saw a little bit of the kind of core Justice League in this issue when Batman is in the Batcave showing Superman, you know, his fail-safe boxes. He shows him Wonder Woman's box. He opens it, there's nothing. And he goes, "You're the countermeasure to Wonder Woman. You gotta stop her if she gets out of control."
Do you think this is going to be the catalyst for Superman and Wonder Woman ending their relationship? That Superman feels like, man, maybe I shouldn't be in the situation where I will feel too romantically obligated to not, take her down if need be.
I don't think it will be, but you never know. I'm actually really curious because Bruce Wayne also showed Superman what's in his own box.
Yeah.
And Superman was shocked, and I was kind of wondering, like, man, what could be in there that would take down Batman?
I'm surprised that he even needed a box because Superman can just take down Batman.
But
right?
if Batman went out of control, it's not like he would go out of control and then 1v1 Superman. He would have
true.
all these master plans. But it would have to be something that would like emotionally break him down enough that he could be restrained. I don't know. What do you guys think was in Batman's box?
So for Justice League number 20, what would you give it as a grade?
I'd give this issue a 3.5 out of 5. The issue really served to provide insight to these lesser-known characters going into Trinity War. I think it successfully did that, but it wasn't anything special as an issue.
I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5 because of the twist at the end. Anytime I'm caught off guard and really surprised by an ending, I like it, and the Justice League did it with this issue.
You're going to give this issue the exact same grade as you gave Green Lantern number 20?
Yes.
Wow. Come on, man.
I graded Green Lantern number 20, honestly. I did not just... It was too much action. I hate stuff that has too much action in it.
So thanks for watching B3 Comics' review of Justice League number 20. Before we go, we got a question for you guys.
Who do you think Amanda Waller should find to match up against Firestorm?
Leave your answer below in the comments, and if you like our video, please give us a thumbs up. Thanks!